Okay, so basically, in regards to the Glock 26 build that I made, I have some concerns, very important concerns about it, and I had to make some corrections on it, and I'll tell you how I got to this conclusion. Because basically, um, so I'm just gonna say, don't buy cheap parts when you're gonna make your build. Don't buy any cheap parts. I tried to make a cheap build, but then again, you want it to be you want it to be that's the word I'm looking for. Reliable. You want a reliable build. You don't want to build some trash. This is gonna save your life. Don't cut corners like I did. Okay, what I did was, I tried to find a upper parts kit for my slide, and I saw a website. And they sold me these parts. The channel liner was white, and the firing pin sleeve was white. It was about $60 to $65. Yeah, I know, right? Little small pieces of plastic, $65. But don't buy it. Stick with the OME parts, OEM, whatever. Stick with the original parts. Basically, I was having ejection issues. I didn't even shoot the gun yet, but I knew I was having ejection issues because when I went to, first off, the gun wouldn't fire correctly. You could hear the click. When you hear the click, then you know that firing pin is, it's been shot, or released. You can hear that click, that audible click. I wasn't getting that audible click, and without that, you can't even break the gun down. You're gonna have to, break the slide down first, pull everything out, and that's the only way you can get the slide off without that audible click. And it turns out that the problem was this. That was the problem. This cheap backslide. Look at it. This pretty much is like plastic. This is crap. This small piece was the reason why my Glock would not fire and had ejection issues. This, and I think plus the cheap channel liner, that as well stopped it. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention because, if you are one of those people that like to feel your guns or handle your guns a lot, and then you go to clear your gun like you normally do, you drop your mag, you pull your slide back, and then it just ejects that one round. But how about this? You drop your slide, you pull your slide back a couple times, chink, 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 and you think that you're good to go. Most of us, the next thing we do is pull that trigger to show that it's not loaded. But guess what? It could still be loaded. And then you fire around. Now you just had a negligent discharge in your home or wherever you are, your car, office. Now you look like an asshole. So I'm gonna say, whenever you're going to clear your gun, you drop that mag, keep your finger off the trigger. You drop that mag, pull your slide back, and you physically inspect in there with your finger in your eyes. You physically inspect that there's no round in that chamber, because some guns may not eject it properly when you pull that slide back, and then boom, there you go. You no longer look like a professional in the eyes of anybody that saw you do that. Okay, now I can talk about some upgrades and some new things I got. As far as EDC, you can make a small EDC video out of this too. EDC, well, not really. I'm not gonna go grab my flashlight. It's a through night. I don't care what model through night you have. Older, newer models, they all do the same. The newer models have about 2,000 plus lumens. How many lumens do you really need? And then I have this CRKT home front. Everybody know what that can do. Like it's a pretty good knife. I think when I got it was about what 60 something bucks. It's brown. Well, it's kind of bronze looking. Bronze. Only problem I had with it is this is the one that you can take apart and clean. Only problem I had with it was this clip. But that's not an issue if you have the tool. You get those little tools, you take that off, pinch it down, and then you're good to go. Just in case your pocket clip snags on anything and then it's hanging out big. Just get that tool, smash it down with some pliers, put it back on there, and you're good to go. Another recent buy, a Kydex for my Glock 26. Now, I'm gonna say, for us fellas with a little bit extra cushion for the pushing, you may need some bigger size pants to fit this in there. Now, I may think about getting, because when you wear out the waistband and you put a shirt on, you're gonna see that print. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big print. So I saw, my boss has a leather holster for his Legion P226. He has a leather one, and those leather holsters that go through the belt, they really stick to your body. So I'm gonna look into that, because trying to stick this in your pants, you already don't have enough space in there as it is, man. It's kind of hard. You're gonna need some bigger pants, some wider pants to push this in there and feel comfortable. But this is for my Glock 26, and you'll see that extra space right there. Wonder what that's for. Well, I'll tell you. That is for this TLR 6. Oh, want to make sure the gun is clear. Inspect, feel, make sure there's no round in there, feel. Don't see any round. Okay, we're good to go. But yeah, TLR 6 with the laser. Like, there you go. So you got the laser, you got the light and the laser. And I think it's pretty cool looking. It's pretty cool. So there you go, in that small package, you got that. You can have fun with with these bad boys. Stick that on in there. And there you go. It's fun time. It's time to rock and roll, baby. They're rocking and rolling. But yeah, so there you go. That's the shit hits the fan build. But let me just say, this small gun is not gonna be my combat gun pistol, my combat pistol. This is just something you want to keep. I want to keep around, just in case things get really, really bad. And you got that 9mm 26. You can use pretty much any mags you can find that are 9mm in for a Glock, even if they're Glock 19 mags. The downside is the downside is, you can only fit the 2 fingers on there, but that's why you buy these little grips here. And I would recommend that you don't get the +2s or +3s. Just grab a Glock 19 mag and put a sleeve on it, because you don't want to get through any issues with the spring, and it not firing, because most firing issues come from either not maintaining your gun properly or your magazine is not up to par. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. If you want to build a Glock, watch out. Don't buy cheap parts. Don't do it. I mean, if you find something on the deal, okay, that's cool. But don't buy anything white. Don't buy the white channel sleeves for your upper slide. And it comes with the white firing pin sleeve. Don't do it. And then it comes with this cheap back plate. Like, I had to buy an OEM back plate, and then everything functioned properly. I mean, I thought it was the ejection, the ejector. No, it was the back plate. Watch out for these cheap back plates. It's crap. Don't need it. Don't want it. All right, people's bro John, I'm out.